Hello.
Hello, hi.
I wonder if you could tell me about your experiences of being a choral scholar with the Helensburgh Oratorio Choir. And we can maybe just start by telling me your name, your age, your background, and what were the interests that helped you think about joining the scheme?
Yeah, certainly. So, my name's Ben Miller. I'm from Balloch, and I've joined the choir just last year. So, yeah, and it's been really great. I went to the Vale Academy, which is the kind of local school, and yeah, I heard about this opportunity. I thought, that'd be great to get a part of this because the choir really are excellent.
Good, good. And if you could just tell us your age, just to get
I'm
an idea.
18. Yeah, 18.
18. Great. Okay. Thanks very much. So you had an interest in music before you applied.
Yeah, so I've always had a kind of
How was
interest
that
in
developed?
music. I started piano when I was 10, so I've been playing for quite a while now, and music's always been the kind of thing that I've always wanted to do, and it's great to be able to show that enthusiasm and really take advantage of that with things like the choir, and it's great to just get totally involved in these things. So.
There is an application process to become a choral scholar. What was that process like for you? How did you find it?
Yeah, so the process was it was a virtual audition, so there was no in-person audition. It was done very quickly. It was all through email. It was so sending in the video. It was any piece of music. I decided to play Edelweiss, which is one I've played years ago, but it's just such a lovely tune from The Sound of Music, which is my favourite film. And yeah, it was just send that in. Played the accompaniment part on the piano, right. So yeah, I made it a bit more difficult for myself, and I sent it in, and then within less than a week I heard back, and there was also a small kind of personal statement that I had to send in to just describe about what my plans are going forward, and what I hope to get out of the choir, and I've got to say it was I'm really happy with what I've got out of it. It's been really helpful.
Good. In terms of the process, was it relatively straightforward for you then?
Yes, it was. Yeah, I already knew members of the choir at the local church that I play at regularly, right. And they brought this up to me. There's a choir, there's a scholar opportunity if we'd be interested, and so of course I investigated more, and so that's really how I heard about it initially, and yeah. Basically, it was all done really quickly, and I started. I think it was the next next fortnight or something.
So it was all quite quick.
Yeah, it was
quite fast.
Yeah.
That's great. So joining the choir, we would politely describe it as definitely an adult choir, and you were certainly much at the younger, one of the very young members of the choir. How did that whole business feel about joining this very adult choir?
Well, I knew already the choir they've performed some really tricky pieces, so I didn't go in thinking it was going to be really easy. I knew it was going to be a bit of a challenge, and when you're given the book of Mozart's Requiem, it's it's quite humbling to say the least, and even Bruckner as well for that matter. So yeah, I knew it would be a good challenge for me, but I'm so glad that I decided I kind of persevered and really went along with it. And everyone else was so welcoming in the choir. The conductor and the accompanist, these people were always making sure that everything was okay, that I knew what I was doing, kind of thing. So at no point did I feel, kind of as if I was floundering at all in this, amazing this music that is
this
tricky.
Quite challenging repertoire that you were involved in singing. Yes, indeed. So you felt generally quite well supported as somebody new to the choir. And despite the differences in age, for example, that didn't really feel like it.
I mean, there was occasionally, obviously, as a kind of semi-professional musician, there was a few times I'd have to kind of help out the members of the choir, which is great fun. But yeah, it was a good laugh, and they all took very well to that kind of thing. So yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Excellent. The challenges and benefits, you've talked about some of the benefits and some of the challenges in this, to you, relatively new repertoire.
Yeah.
How did you make your way through that? How much was involved in the rehearsal? How much did you have to do in your own time? How easy was it to find the time and the opportunity to do your own homework and practice?
So I think there is great links on the choir's website that I think that they all have access to. So you sign up and you give in your email, and you're basically kept up to date with everything that the choir is doing. And there's also revision links in that, which I found very helpful. Occasionally, if there was a wee rhythm that wasn't quite, it was a bit tricky, you could always turn to that. So at no point did I feel kind of as if I was left in the darkness kind of thing. It was always, something to help me with. I feel like, the piano as well has also helped with that, because, there's a lot of overlaps kind of thing. So I feel like, I think that the overall, the help that I was given, that, I didn't really feel like I was, struggling. It all seemed very clear.
Good. That sounds like there's plenty of help there for somebody who's new to a choir,
Exactly.
even if they have some obvious interest and experience. So you've got the links in the website that gives you pointers to help you do your own practice as well. How did you find working with the conductor and our accompanist?
Yeah, it was great. So it's great to be working with people that are of such a high caliber. And it was really exciting, because obviously they'll their expertise that they could pass on to me was immeasurable kind of thing. Just the knowledge that they have, I think overall was just incredible, and to work with these people, it was really, really thrilling.
A big help for you.
Totally.
For you, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think
just
you
the
were
support as
entirely
well.
new to and you'd had some contact or connections through the conservatoire with our accompanist, Duncan.
That's right. So actually, one of my teachers at the conservatoire knows Duncan well, and so they kind of said you'll be in good hands. So that was really kind of reassuring, and I'm sure at one point I might even bump into Duncan again, hopefully I'm sure he'll still be as charismatic and as fun as he's here.
Yes, indeed. Which links nicely to your future plans. Where does music, what part is it going to play in your future life?
Yeah, so going forward, obviously I'm studying piano at the conservatoire, so you might wonder how does the choir fit into that, but you'd be surprised because there are many, many overlaps. Who knows, it could be accompanying at some point, and to understand how different voice types work has been really, really helpful. But I would say going forward, my aim would be to sort of strive to be a concert pianist. That's the kind of main sort of end goal. I think I'm in the best place for that. This is definitely. I look back in being at this choir and think that really helped me and give me a good kind of open my eyes almost to the other parts of music as well. That you might think as a pianist, you can only do piano solo, but no, there are many other pathways you can go into.
Okay. And the final question is, what would you say to somebody who was thinking about applying as a choral scholar? What would your advice be?
I would say totally go for it. At first it can be a wee bit daunting, like I said about all these pieces that you're given. I think anyone would be a bit kind of sort of surprised that, been asked to sing a Mozart Requiem as your first ever piece. But I would say it's if you genuinely love music, it's a really, really great opportunity, I'm so glad that I was given that opportunity, and I made the most of it kind of thing. So if anyone is really thinking of applying, then I'd say totally go for it, and I just hope you get as much out of it that I have.
Great. Well, many thanks for that, Ben. That's been really interesting, and I'm sure on behalf of the rest of the choir, wish you all the best in your future career as a professional musician.
That's great. Thank you very much. Thanks.